Today, I want to talk about the danger of delayed gratification. Now, I know that pretty much everybody and their mother has probably already told you about the benefits of delayed gratification, and of course in this video, like all of my other videos, there will be nuance, and I'll get into where I think delayed gratification is beneficial, but I think for a large majority of people, they're delaying gratification in a way that is actually harmful for them, and they're not using it where it's helpful. So what do I mean by this? I think the delayed gratification often in most people's life is in the macro. I will be happy when. I will take that trip when I have X amount of money. I'll quit my job and chase the dream once I have a few more years of stability and savings built up. I will travel someday. I will start dating when I'm in a better spot financially, or I'll be able to get in great shape once I move to that new city or get that new gym membership, or the diet starts tomorrow. You can kind of start to see the trend that I'm talking about here, and all of the illusion of stepping into that new life and new reality of yourself, that is actually what you're delaying. You're pushing off, essentially postponing yourself, which was a video I previously released, and instead accepting present state, some sort of mediocre version of both yourself and your reality. And in my opinion, you seek to gain nothing from this and stand to lose almost everything, because there's kind of two alternatives. And I know this is maybe a false binary, but let me paint the picture to see how significant it could be. One is you do get to live a long life, right? You make it to 75, 80, 85, 90, however long your life is, but you haven't done it by then. Then you will look back and be filled with regret. And the insidious part about regret is you can't do anything about it once you're there. The alternative danger, in my opinion, is also the fact that our time is not only finite, meaning we don't have an infinite amount of time, but it's not guaranteed. You know, I'm a young, healthy man. For all statistical probabilities, I will live a decent amount more in my life. You know, I should have 3 more quartiles of life, God willing. But that's not promised. There's nothing stopping me, finishing up this video, hopping on my bike later today and getting hit by a car, or getting in some sort of surfing accident, or breaking my neck doing martial arts. Like, there's literally an infinite amount of negative, accidents that could happen that could cut my time short. And, I'm not worried about death. I have a decent relationship about it. But the point is, my time is not guaranteed. Tomorrow isn't promised. This is obviously an old proverb, but I absolutely see no one meditating and certainly acting like that is the truth. Every one of us has a death sentence from the time we're born. There is absolutely no escaping the finitude of this physical existence. I just think that very few people embrace that reality in an embodied sense. If you talk to anyone like, oh, your time is precious, like, people agree with these sort of notions that I'm talking about, but nobody is acting like it. Nobody is taking massive risks, chasing their dreams, buying a ticket, walking up to the girl. Like, there is just a criminal amount of people delaying gratification, delaying this higher version of themselves, postponing their most exciting reality for the future that not only potentially will never come, but also is an ever increasing and ever escaping future date. It's always tomorrow. Tomorrow is always ahead of you, and there can always be that slightly more savings in the bank, or you could be more prepared for whatever opportunity, but that preparedness is an illusion. Now, for the nuance, of course, delayed gratification, where you actually should be applying it, I think, is the micro. Can you stop yourself from eating the food that tastes really good but you know is bad for you? Can you be consistent with some sort of practice, posting on social media, whatever it is, without seeing the results for a while? Can you go to the gym day after day after day for 100 days, 200 days, 300 days without seeing the immediate results after day 1, day 2, day 3? This is the sort of delayed gratification where it matters, and equally, people aren't applying the delayed gratification here. Now, if you're a viewer of this channel, you're probably somewhere above average, and you're probably applying the delayed gratification in some of those arenas. You might have your physical health in a good place. You might be taking small steps towards building whatever you're working on right now, whether that is an online business, some form of art, but you're likely on a mission or trying to figure it out through this kind of content, and hopefully this is helpful and can facilitate that. But I think everybody could do with a bigger dose of rapid action and fast action towards the things that they want for themselves, and stop delaying gratification in the macro, in the chasing the dreams, the fucking around and finding out aspect of life. This, of course, isn't financial or medical advice, but I personally just look at the calculus of everyone is guaranteed to die. So doesn't matter how much money you stack, doesn't matter how amazing you make your health, doesn't matter whatever longevity protocols, doesn't matter how much sleep you get, you're guaranteed to die eventually, and that's a somewhat fixed range. And I also look at the essentially infinite case studies of people who play it safe and don't take the risks, who then make it to that old age, and the absolute desperation I see in their eyes is something different than trying and failing. You know, I've lost in a national championship game. I've tried to run for positions and been rejected. I've been heartbroken. I've had all kinds of negatively valenced emotions, trying and failing in different arenas, still exploring the online business world. There's trials and tribulations along every path. But that kind of pain that I see in my eyes and other people in the arena is so different from looking in the eyes of somebody who's in their 60s at someone like myself, and even conceptualizing a younger version of themselves and thinking, you know, I really wish when I was your age, I gave it a shot to be myself, to really put myself out there, to try that thing. Because I think the piece of wisdom that they get down the road is, one, everybody's making it up, but two, it's a lot closer to you than you think. You really can reach out and grab it. Most people are just too afraid to reach out and try. So delay gratification in the macro no longer. Delay gratification in the micro as much as you can. Pairing those two, I think you'll have an amazing recipe for unconventional, uncommon success, and you'll have some amazing stories to tell. So comment below what you thought about this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.